Hi guys, welcome back to more episodes of the X-Files. We're on to episode 12. The last one, Kill Switch, was not something they've really tackled in big with the X-Files, because it was purely a technologically based episode, which unfortunately now is a little bit dated, but it was still enjoyable. It made sense for the time and was quite scary, to be honest, as to the implications of it and merging consciousness with technology and basically trying to create an AI that kind of reminded me a little bit of Person of Interest. I don't know why it just did. Anyway, putting that to one side, we'll start with the next one. This is episode 12.
Go away!
Why would he kill you?
Help!
Okay, maybe it's not Mulder. What's he, a fucking vampire?
Mulder?
Please tell me that's a dream.
Look at that.
Oh, fuck. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Shit. This way, if he found a real live alien, do you think he'd kill it? No.
Mulder.
Don't even start with me.
What are you going to tell him?
What do you mean, what am I going to tell him? I'm going to tell him exactly what I saw. What are you going to tell him?
You shouldn't have killed
Tell
him.
exactly what I saw.
Now, how is that different?
If the family of Ronnie Strickland does indeed decide to sue the FBI for, I think the figure is $446 million, then you and I both will most certainly be co-defendants.
I don't think about that
second of
much.
all, I didn't do the with the
Stubby
fan.
thing.
Did not overreact. Ronnie Strickland was a vampire.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
Prison. Scully, your cellmate's nickname is going to be Large Marge. She's going to read a lot of Gertrude Stein.
Fine.
Okay.
Characteristically exuberant.
Hope you brought your cowboy boots.
You want us to go to Dallas?
Yeehaw! Actually, a town called Cheney, about 50 miles south of there, population 360. How does that grab you?
He doesn't talk like that.
It's a
Dead cow. Like this one, this one, this one, this one. So
Okay, hold the phone a minute before we go any further. This is going to be another one of those tongue-in-cheek episodes, even though the subject matter is obviously quite serious, because murder is just murder. Mulder has just, in effect, murdered someone, mistakenly taking them for a vampire. And we're already starting to see this from Scully's viewpoint as to how she sees him, how she sees Mulder portray himself. What did she say? Over exuberant. This should be interesting. If they do this both sides, we'll get how she sees him and how he sees her. I'm kind of hoping that's what they're doing here. I mean, he does really talk very fast and gives lots of information all at once. That he does do. And we got him.
Well, these may be syringe marks. They're placement meant to emulate fangs. So instead, this would be
classic vampirism.
of a bunch of cows.
And one dead human last night, a vacationer from New Jersey. Come on, we gotta go.
Sheriff.
Lucius Harwell. You the FBI agents?
Yes, I'm...
Agents Mulder and, Scully. What do you say we go take a look at
Really?
the victim?
No exam has been done?
No, ma'am. He's just like we found him in the motel room.
Basically,
did?
I think that we're looking for someone who has seen one too many Bela Lugosi movies.
And he's
He
staging
believes
it.
he is a vampire, therefore...
They act like one, yeah. Isn't there some kind of disease that makes a person think that they're a vampire?
Well, there is a psychological fixation called hematodipsia with porphyria. Xeroderma pigmentosum.
Have you noticed that this man's shoes are untied?
Ooh.
Yeah, they
So?
sure are.
Mulder, what's your point?
This means something.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is crazy.
What am I even looking for?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I fucking knew that was coming.
Heart weighs 370 grams. Tissue appears healthy. Large intestine,
Healthy?
890 grams. Yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
Having completed the autopsy, I checked into the Davy Crockett Motor Court.
Davy
The name
Crockett.
of it was actually the Sam Houston Motor Lodge.
What happened to you?
What? Chlorohydrate?
Yeah, that thing that you didn't know that you were looking for. Chloral hydrate, more colorfully known as knockout drops. You're a vampire. He found it necessary to dope poor Mr. Fun to the gills before he was able to extract his blood.
So not really a vampire.
Probably did it to the cows, too.
We got another dead tourist. You gotta do another autopsy.
Oh, good God.
Tonight? I just put money in the magic fingers.
I won't let it go to waste.
Don't get mud everywhere.
I think he already has.
Yeah. Okay.
Fabulous. You're gonna
Foregoing both dinner and sleep, I was soon back at the funeral home examining one Mr. Paul Lombardo from Naples, Florida. As for the previous victim, it appears that the subject was most likely incapacitated with chloral hydrate and then
Before they were killed.
exsanguinated. Pizza.
Pizza.
Chloral hydrates in the pizza. The pizza guy.
Oh, frick!
Mulder.
I thought that.
Mulder?
That's how he does it. Oh, so you get to shoot too.
That's it?
Well, luckily I'd gotten there in time.
Dick was a sex machine with all the chicks. Shaft! Can you dig it? They say this cat Shaft is a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I'm talking about Shaft.
I did not.
I assumed that you were incapacitated. Then I heard screaming, and that his vampire teeth were fake.
That's what you're gonna tell Skinner.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to argue that we caught a killer, and that your zeal to catch up with him was augmented by the chloral hydrate you were given. Why don't you tell me the way you think it happened?
Yes, please, give me your side.
Why are we going to Dallas?
This is great.
It's a little town just south of there called Cheney, Texas.
It's a dead cow.
It's actually 6 dead cows, and here's the really interesting thing.
Why am I looking at 6 dead cows?
Well, because of the manner in which they died, all 6 were mysteriously exsanguinated. And, one dead human victim last night, a vacationer from New Jersey, his body completely drained of blood and 2 little puncture wounds on his neck. On the strength of the evidence that we have here, I think that what we may be looking at is what appears to be a series of vampire or vampire-like attacks.
He's
And
toned
what
that
do you
down.
base that?
It's great because you suspend belief a little bit with these episodes because they're always of a ridiculous nature. But you have to remember, these are both Mulder and Scully are professionals in their field. They're FBI agents. They are extremely intelligent. Mulder is a psychological profiler. But whenever we get these sort of episodes, it's like you're watching 2 newbie FBI agents who've just come out of Quantico, who are just learning and still acting like teenagers. It's the way they portray them when they do these sort of episodes is interesting because they take us in a character development that we don't normally see.
Upon arriving at the funeral home, I made an interesting observation,
Purposely.
one which you apparently didn't hear. That's a whole lot of caskets.
Largest in-stock selection in the state.
Apparently your mind was somewhere else.
Oh, this should be funny.
Ooh, boy.
Y'all must be the government people. I'm Lucius Harwood.
Oh, come on. Why has he now got a really strong accent? Buck teeth.
So anyway, then we went to take a look at the body.
That was excellent.
Here we go.
Here we go.
No exam has been done?
No, sir, this is just like we found him in a motel room, as is.
It depends on what you think it looks like, Sheriff Fartwell. Vampires have always been with us in ancient myths and stories passed down from early man. Some vampires are thought to be eternal. Others are thought to have a lifespan of only 40 days. Sunlight kills certain vampires, while others are thought to come and go as they please, day or night. So while you stayed behind to do the autopsy, the sheriff drove me to the town cemetery.
Okay, we didn't get this bit from you.
Yeah, so we're out here looking for any signs of vampiric activity.
Which would be like,
Broken or shifted tombstones, the absence of birds singing.
there you go. 'Cause I ain't hearing any birds singing.
How about that?
Of course, it's winter and we ain't got no birds, but is there anything else? Oh, hey, Ronnie, how's it going? Can't complain. Well, all right, then.
We should have more episodes like this. This is just
So
superb.
we staked out the cemetery.
Shoelaces?
Yeah,
On
you
the
said you was
corpse.
going to get to it.
You were going to tell me what was so meaningful about finding untied shoelaces.
Well, oddly enough, there seems to be one obscure fact which, in all the stories told by the different cultures, is exactly the same, and that's that vampires are really, really obsessive-compulsive.
Like Rain Man.
No,
It's
really.
like when that old boy dropped the matchsticks, he had to pick them all up. Same thing, right?
Well,
You got something of a situation there? Sounds like you might want to have a look.
This has put me in a good mood.
I guess you got yourself a runaway, huh?
Well, yeah, Ronnie. I guess we do.
A runaway
What do you think? We ought to
RV.
shoot the tires out?
What happened then?
Oh, okay.
Mulder, you shot out the tires, and what then?
okay, here's something you may not know. Shooting out the tires on a runaway RV is a lot harder than it looked. I then tried a different approach.
So you missed. That's how we got fellowship. Oh dear.
That's the same as the others.
Right down to the shoes. We interviewed everyone present.
Any music?
No one had seen anything.
I do it all for you, Mulder. You know, I haven't eaten since 6 o'clock this morning, and all that was half of a cream cheese bagel, and it wasn't even real cream cheese. It was light cream cheese. And now you want me to run off and do another autopsy?
They
Finally.
really do see each other in a completely
Don't you
different
touch
light,
that
don't they?
bed.
And then comes the pizza boy, and we're more or less back to where we were.
The lady outside, she said that you'd pay for this.
She ordered a pizza from you?
That actually doesn't look
I
that
ate your
nice.
dinner. And that's when I saw it.
Laces. Ah. But it was too
But by
late.
then it was too late.
Ah, okay. We've gotten both sides of it now. We've got the full story, even if it may be slightly different variations from either side. All he is just killing people. And you came
I don't
in.
know for how long, but when I finally came to.
Mulder?
Yeah. That's not what happened, I don't think.
You're saying that I actually hit him, and then he sort of flew at me like a flying squirrel.
Well, I don't think I'll use the phrase flying squirrel when I
No,
talk to
probably
Skinner, but
best not to.
he checked on me, then left to pursue Ronnie Strickland into the woods. Once I recovered,
Taking your steak with you.
I knew what I had to do.
Nobody in their right mind will ever believe that story.
Well, they'll have to once they examine Ronnie Strickland's body.
Case 00261198. Ronald Lavelle Strickland. Probable cause of death. Gee, that's a tough one.
Yeah, innit? You're missing your teeth. What?
Scully, Mulder.
I was drugged.
Okay then.
His throat was bitten.
The coroner's dead?
No, his throat was bitten.
Okay.
It was sort of gnawed on.
Mulder, he had fake fangs. Why would a real
He was just a
vampire need
normal
fake
lad.
fangs? I mean,
What's going on
for the
here?
sake of
I
argument.
don't know, fangs are very rarely mentioned in the folklore. What about his family, the ones who are going to sue us for $446 million?
Well, an aunt and an uncle. Their mail comes general delivery to a local post office.
Really?
No home address? Stay behind here with Agent Scully and keep an eye on things while I check something out.
So what do you think about vampires?
I mean, aside from the fact that I don't believe in them? No, I mean, even if they did really exist, who's to say they'd actually be like that?
Do you know what would be the perfect twist here? I haven't seen this episode, which is why I've laughed so hard. If it turns out the vampire's the sheriff.
As Agent Mulder says, there are many different kinds of vampires.
I really need to apologize to you about Ronnie. He makes us all look bad. He's just not who we are anymore. I mean, we pay taxes, we're good neighbors.
Here's one and so are you.
Ronnie, he can't quite seem to grasp the concept of
inconspicuousness.
Low profile. But though he may be a moron, he is one of our own.
Which is why your nearest town has such a large funeral parlour with caskets. Oh my god. That is the twist I would have put in it. I can't believe I got that right. With a Walkman.
Sleeping late.
No, you don't.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Damn.
Oh, hell.
Back.
That's how that'll work. Have they both just been drugged the minute they got here?
I came to in the cemetery.
Oh, you're fine. The whole RV park's gone. The RV park was them.
So that's it.
That's it. Sounds ridiculous.
Disappeared without a trace.
Well, I can neither confirm nor deny Agent Mulder's version of events, which occurred outside my presence.
And I can neither confirm nor deny Agent Scully's version of events. But,
Anyway, I was drugged.
essentially exactly the way it happened.
Essentially.
Except for the part about the buck teeth.
Oh, I loved that. I don't think I've laughed so hard in quite a while. What do I even say to that? That was a thoroughly enjoyable, crazy, wild episode, okay? With a typical X-File. Something that's not meant to exist, that appears to do, and leaves you with nothing at the end. So, no investigation into a murder, because they really were vampires. And the sheriff, which was great, by the way, at least I did pick up on that, saying that their people are the way they are now is to keep low profile, low key. They don't want people knowing. And the fact that you sent two FBI agents here, they weren't going to murder either one of you and bring half the FBI down here. So they've just stopped and left. I really like these sort of episodes that they do, and the portrayal of how Mulder sees Scully and how Scully sees Mulder, both completely over the top with their personalities and their characters. Him seeing her as someone who's always nagging and always not wanting to do stuff and being less than exuberant, and her seeing Mulder as completely the opposite and willing to accept anything before it goes jumping in head first. Apart from the buck teeth. That was great. What else do I say to that? That was just a lovely episode. A one-off, silly, but at the same time, totally enjoyable. If you do want to watch this in full length, all you have to do is check the link in the description as always. That will take you over to Patreon. We'll be back for episode 13 I don't know whether we're going to get another crazy wild one or whether we're going to go back to something of more of a serious nature. I have no clue. But if you want to see it, it will be available in the next few days. Don't forget, the best way to make sure you don't miss any of them is to hit that subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, guys. I apologise for not being able to start to break down in like a detecting sort of manner and understanding what's going on like I normally do with these episodes, but come on. What was I supposed to do with that? Especially when it turns out the twist is that you think it's just some lad playing at it who's just a stone-cold murderer, and it turns out to become something completely different. Right, I will see you for the next one very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. See you for the next one.